Alright, this is where the course starts, learning about what psychological tests are and how the field got its start. One of the important things to understand as you read the lecture notes is that psychological tests aren't only designed to be used by clinical psychologists, although that's the prototype that probably comes to mind. A lot of professionals in and outside of the field of psychology use these tests for different types of purposes. For example, human resource professionals may use tests to help them select employees for jobs, while teachers rely a lot on achievement tests to help them figure out how well their students are learning in school. Another thing to understand is that tests are developed to assess a broad range of psychological characteristics, and there are different ways that they can be administered. It's kind of interesting to take a look at how all this was done when the field got its start, especially when you look at how things like civil service exams were administered in China. And the field has obviously progressed a lot since that time, and you'll read about how the modern era of psychological testing took off at the beginning of the last century when Galton and Wundt took more of a scientific approach to studying psychological characteristics in their laboratories. Okay, it's time to start reading the lecture notes, and as you read the notes, you're going to come across something called self-assessment questions. And these are questions for you to answer yourself, just to assess your understanding of what you've read, but you don't need to hand these in to me, so don't worry about that. Okay, happy reading.